Hello there, and welcome to the 45th episode of Strategic Zoomcast. You're looking at Captain S. Price's Wehrmacht Pioneers. He is the lone Wehrmacht player in a team of 4. The team is the Polish Mafia. He's with his compadre and national comrade, Prodigally, and also apparent god of Co. It's Kimbo God, also going as Wehrmacht, my bad. So 2 Wehrmacht and 2 OKW. And they are with the Polish Mafia. That is actually Scotch, so he's from France, but he's an honorary Pole today. And their teammates are fantastic players in their own right. In the north, we've got this guy here. This is Creative Name. We've got Doggy Yoles. We've got Rowdy's mum, who's in action as the Tommy's pushing away this first lone Stern Pioneer. So Rowdy, that is, and then von Clausewitz, who's going as the snipers as the Soviets. So Brits, 2 Soviets and 1 US versus 2 Wehrmacht and 2 OKW. This is going to be a high-level 4 versus 4. This is in preparation for the Bloodbath 4 versus 4 tournament. That's going to be happening later this month. Red Bull Express, of course, a 3-lane map. It often segments the games into a 2 versus 2 in the middle and 2 separate 1 versus 1s, 1 in the north and 1 in the south. Ooh, we've already got early sniper action here. Interesting. Both on hold fire. I think these guys have been scrimming, so they're aware of the fact that they're going to go snipers. We're going to momentarily look away and see what's happening in the middle. What is Strategic Zoomcast, you may ask? You may have never seen this concept before. It just helps in those late game battles. You can scroll out more, or zoom out more rather, and actually see more of the battle. CN equals Cartoon Network. No, it doesn't. It's Creative Name. Rear Echelon could be dying there. Keep an eye on the snipers. Very close into battle. Willerfoot's Grenadiers reveal them. Von Clausewitz has got to be careful. Prodigally's going for him, which will allow Captain S. Price's sniper to get the shot in. Just going to look away elsewhere. Stern Pioneer in peril. And some issues in the south for the US player, who's actually gone very deep down for the mansion. But fuel is in Axis hands in the south. Oh, Universal Carrier's getting close. Keep looking at that tactical map. He's seen the sniper. He takes the shot. Von Clausewitz couldn't get it. Went prone. Haystack to the rescue. Let's look away. Looks like we've got Max in play from Doggy. Kimbo's waiting for him, though, in this very condensed territory. The US player Creative Name has been pushed away. Those Pathfinders and such having to move out of there. Oh, sniper! Could be dying now. No, it wasn't. I didn't see what got it either. I can tell you that conscripts are on force, and we've got the mortar for Captain S. Price. He often goes for many mortars. Here comes a Schwer Panzerschlepper, very far up into their own territories, almost to the halfway point on the map. Oh, sniper taking some big shots, thanks to the Wehrmacht sniper retreating. We're in for the long haul with this replay. I have on very good authority that this one goes the distance and it's an epic confrontation, testing the skill and the mettle of all 8 players. Let's have a look away into the more somber proceedings in the south as the machine guns are prepped and the Overwatch flares are ignited. You can see that we have a 1 commander choice from Scotch as Polish Mafia. He's, of course, gone for Overwatch Doctrine, giving him the LEFH and Sector Assault later on. We do also have von Clausewitz. Let's check out the battle down here and have a look what his commander is. It's Mechanized Support Tactics. So he is your northern Soviet player, teaming up with the Brits, who's Rowdy. People may complain that if you're new to the game, you're not watch many casts, that the cards for the player in the north and the east are on the left. I can't really dictate that, and I always keep the default camera angles so as not to confuse players that know the map. Tommy's could be getting down Grens in the first squad wipe recorded on camera. There we go. There might have been other ones elsewhere. Lieutenants getting organised, getting into the garrison here. Come those Pathfinders. Haven't actually got that... Well, one's got 4 kills, but they've both got veteran C1, so they can start putting the beacons down if they need them. Looks like Doggy's pushed in, and they've both forced away Kimbo, allowing them to get these mines down. The centre, though, has been heavily taken by Scotch, a fantastic team game player, winner of many 2 versus 2 tournaments with Nagano. Just get an overall view of the battlefield there for you. Elsewhere, looks like the Wasp is pushing in. Battle Group headquarters has been uncovered. They know their position now. Might be prudent to bring some indirect fire up to the north and pepper them with shells from afar. De-garrisoning. Got a fuel cache coming down from Doggy. That might be a mark of him saying, listen guys, I know I'm weaker than you as in terms of micro, but I can certainly contribute a lot. He's gone for machine guns for days. And of course he's building the fuel cache. Creative name. Hasn't got any light vehicles out yet as US, so he's pretty much missing his opportunities. Let's just cycle through the allied players whilst we're doing that to keep the pattern. In the north, got Rowdy. Tommy's 6-pounder's now pushed up. Maybe he's going to try and push in and try and get rid of that early truck. Von Clausewitz, who still has his sniper, confirming that is the original sniper. She's got 6 kills. So that's the allied team. Let's check out what Kimbo is doing. He's in mass retreat right now. Looks like he's lost Grenadiers. Pioneers have gone down, but the 251 half-track's now making its way onto the battlefield. His neighbour and ally is, of course, Scotch, who's got JLI starting to flood the battlefield. So these Pathfinders are going to need that veterancy. Also must be noticed that Doggy also started to put barbed wire up there. Let's check out the other Axis dudes. Prodigali. Ooh! He's got the flak half-track, but it's been hit by the 6-pounder. Seems that Rowdy's getting into position now. Could possibly get an attack ground shot off. Will he go for it? Can he predict where it is? Oh, didn't have the metal to do that, unfortunately for him. So yes, Prodigali, as OKW's gone for a Folks Grenadier build. Captain S. Price with this sniper that's currently lying in wait. Looks like creative names, changing tacks. He feels that him and Doggy have been able to solidify the south, so he's making a cheeky push into the centre now, which is relatively unguarded until we see Scotch try and make gains again once more. Got a 50 cal waiting for them when they get there. So you can tell my casting style for a 4v4 is actually surprisingly deliberated. I do this on purpose. I know there's a lot of information to take in, and you're going to be using your eyes a lot. So my voice will hopefully just guide you and not over-challenge you with everything that's going on. Saying that, though, I have got a coffee, so I do need to reserve myself for when the tanks come out late game, because that's usually pretty hot, heavy, and mental. Ooh, the Axis Sniper's very far up in territories now, using these craters here to get deep within Allied domain. Stuart's now out, but using this Faust shield should be okay. Stern Pioneers pushing up to push away the Tommies. Sniper's still at war. So far behind us, should be okay. Meanwhile, looks like... Oh, Kimbo's hit a mine with that 251. He hasn't gotten any kills on it, so he haven't missed too much. And here comes the Stuart. Oh, but doesn't need to because of a fantastic shot by Doggy from max range, the support weapon player. Conscript's being forced away. Amassing good veterancy in the early games. So they suffered a lot of health damage, it seems, with only 3 kills. What a fantastic battle it's been so far. Only in the first 10 minutes, so probably around 1/6 of the way through this battle. And it's just good to get a feel for who you think is winning. And look how far that sniper's up now. Svetlana has had to reposition completely because Captain S. Price's support weapon play is really starting to take effect. And look at the mortars! He's got 3 mortars now! Meanwhile, his Wehrmacht ally, Kimbo, who has chosen Jaeger Armor Doctrine and, of course, the Elephant, the Ferdinand, later on in the game. Puma being proliferated with anti-tank fire. Snipers getting a little bit leery there. Has to watch out for these British mines, the M6s. Seen a bit of a yin-yang on the battlefield now. That's what it looks like on tactical map. And this is what it looks like from space. That's Rowdy. You got Von Clausewitz's current position. Oh, he's all the way back in base. That works much better on a 2 versus 2 when you start selecting everybody. But I just realised there's 8 people to select, and it's going to take a long time. We're going to probably miss some battlefield action. Jaeger's deep within enemy territory. Nice smoke pop for the flak half track. Probably. Oh! Miss certain death! Doggy still went for it and caught nothing but air there. MG's been caught out. Rapid fire from the Pathfinders. Takes him out. And the AT guns now. Fortunately, those logs do block shots. They're shot blockers. Oh, sniper's been field artillery barraged. Sneaky. By the way, von Clausewitz did lose his sniper at some point. We couldn't hope to catch that on camera. I did try. But, yeah, you're always going to miss things like that. Especially when Captain S. Price has all of these mortars currently under a bit of duress from the conscripts. God, there's a hell of a lot of kills on those bad boys. 15 in total. It's nice to have the game music on. I don't usually have it on, but it's quite... lets the game breathe, doesn't it? Adds some suspense. Oh, tell you what. We haven't actually had much pushing from Kimbo. I think he's possibly... Let's just check that, actually. Let's have a look at the stats in the very early game. Yeah, Kimbo, he's been the weakest player so far. He's trailing because he's just been blocked out. And meanwhile, Creative Names had a great game. And Doggy too. So I think Kimbo's been double-teamed, quite frankly. But that would be pretty bad for Scotch. But then I think Scotch has strangely been attacking the centre and capping a lot of that. And then they've been split, basically. Whereas it seems to me that Doggy and Creative Name have possibly had a little bit better teamwork at times. Maybe there's a language, Polish-Franco barrier there. And then the other two versus two, let's say, Captain S. Price, Prodigali, they're clearly winning theirs. Von Clausewitz and Rowdy. Although Rowdy's not done badly in terms of damage, it seems they've soaked it up and they've been able to capture the battlefield. So that's the first quarter of the game in a nutshell. Starting to have a Katusha built for Doggy. Cien's content to stop bringing airborne down now. That was the planes you could just hear. Rowdy, of course. Gone for Royal Artillery Regiment. Possibly to see some Sextons in the late game. Von Clausewitz, meanwhile, Mechanized Assault for the ISU 152, which we'll be seeing later on. Prodigali, still just cementing his legacy in the north. And with Price now covered for the mortars, that is a fortress. So it's an Axis fortress in the north, or the fortress of Brest-Litovsk, to use a Polish reference, I guess. Kimbo is now building heavy Panzer Corps, and meanwhile, Stukas of Fus now out. So let's give that a little control group. As the bombs... I'm just queuing it up. I'll wait till I queue it up, because you never know where it's going to be. It's going to drive up here, it seems. But fuel caches, Jesus Christ. As Captain S. Price has been the support weapon fuel cache player, it seems. Obviously, support weapons. Well, first, Katusha barrage. Is it on the mortars? Yes, of course it is. Captain S. Price doing his best to get out of dodge there. And he's done a decent job of it, it must be said. Meanwhile, Stukas of Fus looks like it's ready to return fire. The bombs fly high into the sky and come plummeting down on those trees and that machine gun. Actually, he hit two different machine guns, one each side of the tree line. That's decent. Here comes Creative Names Blob. Jaegers cower. Good work being done there. Stuart now coming to punctuate the advance. Looks like the 25117's repositioning, using this blob of infantry as a shield. Tommy's try and hold strong. And here comes the Katusha. It's ready once more. Is this going to be a brutal barrage? Is Prodigali going to suffer the effects? He gets out there in the nick of time. I believe we're also having Panzer for fire. Yeah, we're just about catching that. It's defensive. Oh, creative name. He didn't lose a single squad, but will he be able to survive the gauntlet? Yes, he will. Here comes Scotch in hot pursuit. That's negative cover down there. Couldn't quite get it off thanks to great positioning. Oh, that was a close one. All those squads are highly valuable. Pathfinders and airborne, of course. Is that the base artillery? It is indeed. Ooh. More. So that's the U-5-117 and the mortars. Schwerpanzer headquarters is under heavy duress now. Nice position here from Doggy and creative name. Steady wins the race, it seems. But that might be why this replay is such a damn epic one, because it seems that we've got two pivots, both in the south and the north. Two anchor points. It's going to mean that the fighting is therefore consolidated into the centre with only one major victory point exchanging hands. What we're going to want to see is a huge push from either team to wipe the opponents out. And that's when 4v4 becomes truly exciting. Oh, sniper! Oh, very close to dying there. I think that was the last salvo. No, it wasn't. There we go. There's the last one. Stukes of Foos returning fire. Artillery tennis in full. That rear echelon did get out in time, just about. We've had another decrew there. Looks like the Puma's going down. Actually, that was the Maxim that got the kill there, just to confirm. Oh, no. It was indeed the Stuart. Maybe it was the machine gun on the Stuart, because it certainly didn't make the main gun sound. First actual medium tank on the battlefield is the Sherman Firefly. Rowdy doing a good job here. Just smashing him with concentrated barrage. Gonna have to get repairs underway. Got an Su-85 building for von Clausewitz. Meanwhile, Doggy Yules, not content with, of course, just a Katusha. He's going for his own Su-85 next. Creative name has this Jackson to his name. Let's see how creative he can get with it. That's a decent barrage. Delayed full retreat there. Shows that he had his priorities elsewhere on the field. Von Clausewitz pushing in. Here comes the Firefly. Will they be able to... What, they've already finished it off. It's like the Katusha may have helped out in that endeavour. Well, the other one did. But these Grens are certainly suffering now. Where is the retreat from Kimbo? There, it's a little bit late, but he's actually in the path of the rockets. That could be a full wipe. Only one man lives to tell the tale. The Jackson is covering for the Stuart as it eviscerates those working units. Looks like we've got a reconnaissance overflight for Kimbo. So let's just show what they can see with that. It's just good to see the battlefield. Got an engagement over here as the Stugs are pushing in. One Stug gets taken out from afar, though, by the double AT guns. Reconnaissance. Didn't see that coming. Captain S. Price was caught unaware there. Only in 4v4 could you miss one of the players having 3 Stugs. Oh, nice barrage. So yes, I was going to go through the... Jesus Christ, Prodigally's lost so much. He's been wiped off almost here. He has got his Panzer IV, but it's not looking too great elsewhere. Of course, Captain S. Price, with now 2 Stugs. Meanwhile, Kimbo, 2 Panzerwerfers. And Scotch, just Stuka right now, in terms of tanks. 20 minutes into this battle. There's your stats, if you're wondering. We'll just click all the graphs. Doesn't mean anything. Again, creative name looking for an angle here. Possibly knows where that this is where the Schwer is set up. In the north, using the Stern Pioneers to scout ahead. Panzer IV comes up against heavy resistance. Schwer keeping these guys at bay. Pushing them away. Jackson coming into things. Ooh, wanted a sneaky shot in on the Panzerwerfer, but couldn't quite get it. Panzer IV just stopping anybody coming into these territories. SU-85 bounces a shot off its frontal armour. Not every day you see that. What's this we got coming onto the battlefield? There's another Stug for Captain S. Price. Veterancy 3 on the Stuart. 11 kills. One of them a vehicle kill. Panzerwerfer's ready. Infantry amassed. Are there any machine guns? Yes, there are, but he's currently blocked by it. Rockets fly high into the sky and down on Doggy's position. Forcing away the machine guns, surely. Now that allows Scotch to get into things. And here comes a follow-up. Stuka Zafus. Got Katusha fire returning. Oh, that's ended that assault. That's what I mean. It has to be combined arms in high level 4 versus 4. You have to get everything working as one machine. Panzer IV pushing in with the Panzer Fusiliers having to retreat. They watch on as the Su-85 is about to have a volley of Katusha fire over its shoulder. Stern Pioneers, better watch out, yo. Meanwhile, Stuart's pushing in along with the Jackson. We've got an airstrike being called down. Just reconnaissance, allowing the Stukas decent overview of the battlefield. Oh, kamikaze assault as the Katyushas rain in. The Stugs are going in for this. That's the Su-85s in certain peril. The Jackson's trying to help through the hedgerow. One of the Stugs may go down. Pathing issues due to the traffic jam. Other Su-85s coming into view, as is the Sherman Firefly. One of the Stugs is surely about to die. Panzer Tactician Smoke helps out, but here comes the P-47. Is Price going to lose these units here? Jackson with a big shot from afar. Panzerwerfer's getting up close and personal with a miss. Meanwhile, Su-85 watches on as the Panzerfusiliers advance. What a battle this is turning into. Crazy scenes. Nice Werf there. Here we go. Excellent stuff. Another volley as the P-47s fly ahead. This is German hell. What the hell is that? That was a UFO log. Look how far up this Panzer IV's going. Prodigy's had a fantastic game. This is now allowing Scotch to really get leery and push in deeper to Allied territory. Creative name doesn't like that though. Stolen machine gun. Look at that firepower. Stuart's gotten 14 kills. Big Stuka barrage possibly. Misses. Krautmower lucky to survive. Oh, but here come the boys. Nice double Su-85 attack by von Clausewitz. Takes out the Panzer IV. Looks like Creative Names had to do a full retreat there. IL-2 taken down just as soon as she announces she's attacking. Stuart with crazy aggression. Looks like the Panther's going to come to deal with it. Pintle mounted spotting scope upgrades inbound. Stuart, hero unit now dead and out. Did help. The barrage there, the IL-2 precision bombing strike saves the day. Jackson's built, double team now. Katusha's forcing away Price's mortars. Let's change the title cards and just make sure. 4 Stug build, 4 Stugs and 3 mortars, only in 4 versus 4. What is this Katusha doing? You mad bastard, Katusha from von Clausewitz. Stugs don't like that. They're going to go in for it. Meanwhile, Jackson's push away the Panther. Oh! Could get it, perhaps. What's this strafe coming down? P-47s. Take out the Panther. Oh, and the possibly... Oh, they could have had some area of effect damage there on the Panzerwerfer. Could have been a lot more dangerous for Kimbo. Let's give this game a half-time assessment. Not that graph, Jesus Christ. Just on the overall damage being done. Looks like the Axis team, everybody's pulling their weight now. And personal stats for one of the players only, because that's all you can do. This is creative name. His best unit is the Grenadier. And Panzerwerfer, 42 kills. There you go. Half-time. How was that? P-47s like children's toys flying around the ceiling. Oh, ISU 152's making his presence known. That the big boy is on the battlefield. Bloody hell. The M50 is doing great work. 8 vehicle destroyers. A lot of them are, of course, planes. In fact, they're all planes. Shooting planes down. Lots of them. Who could be dying now thanks to the sneaky Raketenwerfer and Stuka combo. Somehow survived, as did the Ziskans. Stuka's trying to help out there. Fireflies push in. The Stug's side and rears are both exposed. 50% chance for a rear armor shot through the side. Oh, out of control with the wombo combo. The other one could be going down. He has to pop smoke, but he's fearful for the Fireflies. They're high priority targets, of course. And although they pack a punch, they also receive a lot of damage. Katusha's return fire. And yeah, it's a nice battle so far. Both teams' games to win. All lose at this point. Ah! That's 4v4 in a nutshell right there. As rockets exchange. Oh, as all those AT guns are taken out by that nice Verf there. The remaining Stugs push in. That is Captain's price back up to 3 now. He's rebuilt another. And he's taking out the weapons. Nice choice there. Can hear a big boy. The big boy is the Halloween-themed Königstiger. Ah! It's me getting crushed by it, if you didn't know. Oh, nice evisceration there by the Veterancy 4 flak half-track. SU-85's push in. Panzerwerfer's got very far up into territories. A double Faust takes out one SU-85 and the Pak-40 combo. Good work being done by the Poles. Team Polska. Full operation. Oh, brutal there! Rowdy! Getting rather dead. Didn't rhyme with Rowdy, I know, but don't worry about it, it's fine. Gren's pushing in. Tell you what, the Allies are on the ropes at the moment. They're going to be looking for a big comeback mechanic to get back into this one. Oh, and the Raketenwerfer's also pushing in. Stug looking for some big shots. Will he finish the job? Yes, he will. Nice shots. King Tiger's too slow. Can't get into battle. Oh! Jesus Christ! Creative name there. Very lucky, I think. That could have been the end of his entire army. He's been... Those Airborne and Pathfinders somehow stayed alive all this game. Königstiger already with 6 kills. M5, not M50. I said M50. The M5 pushing in. Decruised that Pak-40. That was a assembling veterancy. Firefly getting some decent shots. ISU 152 built, so there's 2 of them now. That's an ISU 304, for those that don't know. Like mighty Morphin tank destroyers. Assemble! Rowdy's Fireflies don't have a single kill yet, it seems. I don't know how that works. I swear I saw we saw them get one. Oh, I know what this is. This, of course, is the assault artillery. Prodiggily. Now Panzerwerfers both kick in from multiple teams. Oh, possibly taking out the Katusha, maybe. Just doing a lot of health damage. Will they use that as their mechanism for assault? Seemingly not. The allies are truly on the ropes now. How are they going to get back out of this? Nice Katusha barrels. That's going to help. Raketenwerfers were being cheeky. Here comes the big fat bastard. The Königstiger. Big pumpkin head thing. What can it see? Not much is the answer. Oh, we can see the M5. That's dead. How did it survive that? I've never seen that before. SU-85's moving for the kill. Will the Jacksons suddenly assemble? Stugs, watch on. Is it a trap? Possibly. Oh, Panzerwerfer. There goes Creative Names Army finally. Those veterans that had lived for so long. P-47s come in. ISU-152 with some big shots. Out of control goes one of them. Those rockets from the skies above. Stuka pays with its life for getting those cannons trained on the SU-85. Here comes one more strafe, perhaps. Oh, kamikazes onto the Stugs. Captain Price still has 2 of them left. He has the original 3 mortars. I'm sure they've suffered many decrews, though. Just constant reconnaissance for the Axis, possibly meaning they're able to push with better and more superior intelligence. Elephant now on the battlefield. I think we can also see that another heavy tank was called on. Yes, we've got 2 elephants versus 2 ISU-152s. Like the Battle of Kursk now. Double Panzerwerfers. How is the M5 surviving? I know who isn't, though. There's combat engineers. Of original 8 engineers, there's only 2 left now. Gotta live for those camera angle moments. So what, Von Clausewitz is in a tight-knit formation there. And he's gonna pay for it! You don't want to do that! You don't want to do that! In a high level 4 versus 4 game, you have to keep spread because the artillery will punish you. Is this another P-47? No! This is, of course... I'll get to the ability now. Well, it's Mort vehicle for one thing. It's real artillery regiments at its finest. P-47s also come in. ISU-152 trying to make this work. King Tiger watches on in the flanks, though. Got a damaged end in Churchill, stopping the ISU-152's retreat. His brother comes in to help out. Firefly, assembling veterancy. Needs to take out one of the elephants, but can't do it. Could now pay for it with its life. Here come the Tommies with the projectile infantry anti-tank. Oh, Stuka punishes the lack of incisiveness. Elephant's rear armor showing. Firefly comes in. It's got a huge health pool. Gets him from afar there with the suicide Tommies and the church and the Firefly from afar. So difficult to capture everything on camera at the same time. All you can do is try and understand the story of the battle. Huge bombs fall in there. Both Jacksons hurt. More rockets coming in. Stugs pressuring. Grenz being the arrowhead of the assault. Granting. And that's why I think Axis have got the stronghold in this game. With no signs of letting up. Despite the spirited resistance of the Allies. They're going to have to do something brave, something bold, and something well executed to get rid of this Axis citadel in the centre. Oh my god. The Jagdtiger's now out also. So all the heavies are assembled. The King Tiger, the Jagdtiger, and 2 elephants. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. with our little minions, the Stugs. And of course, this Veteran C5, 38 kill, superstar vehicle. Look at the suppression on this thing. Despite medium cover. Of course, it's not going to suppress, it's going to be fine. Oh god, SU-85 could finish him off there. Long range shot coming in. Attack ground perhaps. Oh, Panzerwerfer up close. Firefly can't get into battle close enough. Oh, the Firefly died there thanks to the elephants and the Jagdtiger from afar. Soviet tank destroyers are assembling, but are they potent enough to defeat the Axis menace? They've got to get these buttons in. They've got to get the marked targets in. It's got to be perfectly executed, and they've got to avoid the King Tiger on the south side. Here comes the Soviet hammer. Glancing harmlessly off the anvil, that is that heavy frontal armor. Oh, elephant finally possibly going down, perhaps. One more shot required from these Su-85s. Will they get it? They're going in. Hell for leather. They attack ground and miss. And the rocket artillery punctuates their retreat. The Stug got the shot at, I believe, there. The killing blow. Here come the Jacksons, but they, in turn, meet fierce resistance. And as a tale as old as time, Beauty and the Beast, as the Beast that is Axis, late game armor, holds strong. So frustrating to try and defeat it, even at the highest level. If your assault isn't perfect, you don't stand a chance sometimes. No more munitions for Creative Name's P-47s. He's exhausted his supply. Victory point still somehow being capped for the Allies. That was that guard squad earlier on. But I don't think the Axis care at the moment. They're just rampaging throughout the battlefield. Really picking up their LMGs. Just the firepower alone is enough to push away Creative Name. Oh, stopping the repair. Using constant reconnaissance. I mean, they surely know that these planes are flying. Give me my cursor back, Relic. Thank you. There it was. That was the reconnaissance plane I wanted to capture. Using rocket artillery just to stop the heavy tanks being snared constantly. Look at that brutal pintle mount gunner. Gunning those dastardly British dogs down. They should have surrendered. Should have let them have Western Europe. That's what they're saying. And they're pissed off about it. Here comes the Werf. The Werf of many a panzer. Oh, it's over here. There we go. That could have been a lot worse for Rowdy. Puma going in for a little assault. Just peppering his opponent with fire. Kimbo. Seeming that now he's able to finally capture the south. Oh, nice barrage there. Creative Name. He's still, you know, he's still doing good things with preservation somehow. He's still got a strong army. Dog Eels, 3 guard squads. Hasn't been able to get the buttons off at vital times, it seems. Rowdy, that's his army. Only 1 Firefly now. And von Clausewitz, ISU 152, does have 10 kills and 2 vehicle kills, so it's not been too shabby from him in all honesty. Let's check out Kimbo's army. That's the one on screen right now. Elephant. How many vehicles? It's got a vehicle kill and 2 pips of veterancy. This is sector assault yet again. It seems. Scotch's army. As the Stukas dive bomb and allow the heavy cats to take out the ISU 152. Raketenwerfers were going to finish the job anyway. This is causing a spiraling out of control for the Allies. It's not been the most to and fro 4 versus 4, but it's certainly been an excellent and spectacular battle. Jackson's cowering away. Elephants is at a 90-degree angle to its usual direction, and that takes them by surprise. Who thought the elephant could move? King Tiger's got its rear armor exposed temporarily, but that's because there's a lack of threat right now. Katusha taken out by their hero, Suicide Puma. Firefly kills it, but not before it was able to make itself a martyr. King Tiger now up to 27 kills. Elephant being advanced upon by the guards. Only a hull gunner as an infantry defense. Oh, trying to verf them, but he was too quick on the retreat, was Dougie. ISU 152's back and ready for battle. Combat engineers doing their best to keep their tanks ready for the occasion, but they're going to need a big push now. Let's see what they've got. Doggie's got no tanks of note. Got 2 Jackson still for creative name. 1, of course, Firefly, and then the 2, well, the 1 SU-85 and the 1 ISU 152. Miss Stuka there, and that could be just a little bit of an opening now, as the Katusha also misses. Just needs to get the guards into position and the marked target to work as one, and then try and position the tank destroyers to all focus on one heavy tank at a time. It's the best they can do in this situation. Got a Panther now out for Prodigali. Panther's been rather missing in this game. Mostly heavy tank focused. Even though at 54 tons, the Panther isn't exactly light. Airborne eviscerating those pioneers. King Tiger on 29 kills, of which 1 is a vehicle destroy. Firefly gets promotion for doing a tiny bit of health damage. Jackson's in a good position, but they both miss. That's unfortunate. Oh, and look at that. That is horrific. You do not want to be any form of allied armor. What's this, though? IL-2 precision bombing strike almost takes out an elephant. Katusha comes in to try and finish the job, but instead actually hits Grenadiers, which is probably the intended target. Can the allies wrestle out from beneath and save this situation? Not without finishing the target. The Jacksons should have flanked there, in my opinion. Then again, there are telemines on retreat, so there and there. Kimbo's got this mined off to a T, just allowing their heavy tanks to have the superior control of the centre. The north, of course, has always been in Axis hands. That's probably a flanking avenue now. They don't realise that, though. You know, it's so difficult in the heat of battle to have the mind's eye that we can see as the Panther misses. The Rakettenwerfers push in. Jagdtiger looking for a big long-range shot. The guards could cause problems, though. Panzerwerfer at close range. Oh, punishing the combat engineers. Oh, this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. You got to commend Team Deutschland for that good sweeping there by creative name. He's trying to prepare for a flank, but it's not going to work whilst it seems that the Polish players have their number. Elephant takes out that poor Jackson there. The Panther, I think, got the finishing blow. And look at the rocket artillery on the guards. It's just not going their way today. Tiger now with 46 kills. Showing Firefly is in the scopes of the elephant, though. Nice damaged engine with the 18-8, forcing it away temporarily. Here come the PTRS. Katusha Barrage and the ISU 152. This could be one dead elephant. This is all in its focus now. Watch the, of course, got defensive bonuses of the Panzer IV command tank. ISU 152 coming for a big killing shot. He's got to get the hell out of dodge, though. He's gone behind the log pile. That is so unfortunate for von Clausewitz. And here comes the King Tiger. This could be GG. Oh, dear me. Out of control. And asunder. King Tiger marches on for Deutschland. As the Allies are certainly under them. Talamine there. He thought he'd swept, but he hadn't swept that one. He was going to try and take out the elephant. It was brave. But it seemed that Captain S. Price had his number. I mean, even with the M5 constantly destroying planes, the amount of reconnaissance, earlier on that is, the amount of reconnaissance that the Axis have had has been huge. If you just do the relic shuffle, you can see that it's constantly just... Gotta get that on camera. Would have been better without the fog of war on, I realised. Never mind. It's kind of cool. Vanished into the shadows. Oh, look at that. Hideous stuff. This is just company heroes porn at this point, isn't it? It's not even a competitive game. It's just co-porn. Airborne marching down. ISU 152 has been rebuilt for Doggy, but here comes the Jagdtiger. It's the exact wrong first impression on the battlefield that they wanted. Grenz in a cohesive battle formation. Elephant watches on. Oh, big shot there. Oh, creative names just suffering now. LMG's on retreat also. Nice flank, though, it must be said, from Rowdy. He could be getting rid of the Jagdtiger. No! The elephant had his back. Jagdtiger remains that huge health pool, and also Jagdpanzer should they need it. Using a Panzerwerfer on the Tom. He's trying to catch them on the retreat path. 118 aid ready and abandoned. Oh, God. Piats do get the kill, but they pay for it with their life. Oh, lordy. The Soviet war machine is slowly churning into effect, but it's taking so long. This is a last gasp effort, it seems. Will it be fruitful? Jackson's hit Veterancy 3, but the elephant watches on. Here comes that Veterancy 2 King Tiger with 62 kills. The march of the OKW. Do we have the Katusha ready? No, we don't. They've retreated regardless. Jagdpanzer with an attack ground shot and misses. Don't know why I said it like that. Never mind. Misses. Very strange. King Tiger now a lone soldier. Not the best sightline, so probably best to just leave it. Or keep it supported. Command tank's gotten 6 kills, but that's not its primary purpose. It's to give all those defensive bonuses to the Axis. Oh god, and look at this for a panzer formation. An elephant with its 3 minions. Oh! That poor Firefly didn't stand a chance. What's that Firefly? Certainly looked like it. Was that like an abandoned Firefly? Certainly got the... maybe it's Jackson, I can't tell anymore. For some reason my eyes played tricks on me. I thought it was like an abandoned Firefly. Forgive me. If you will. This is a fucking terrible werfing there. If it had been here, it would have been a lot more fruitful. They couldn't quite see that. And you've got a King Tiger sitting on your base exit. You know the game hasn't quite gone your way. Let's say. SU 152. I'm trying for some shots. Oh, that could be brutal on the retreat path. Yes, it is. It's a massacre of brutality. ISU 152 with dead bodies strewn around it. And not of the German variety. As the heavy cats come in to finish the game off. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. GG from Doggy. As the game is certainly over. Still micro happening. Looks like Doggy's the only one to call GG. They just want to make sure the game's over.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
British tank dies off screen. King Tiger getting really close up into base now. I don't know what the Allies have left, but I don't think it's much. Still got this Veterancy 3 Jackson. He's actually taking out the Stugs in some brutal action here. T-34's also been taken out. The US blobs come up against LMGs. Jackson Su-85s. The Stugs come into action. Blitzing their way into the field. One of them gets taken out. Is this going to be a miracle assault? No, it's not. Damaged engine. Su-85s abandon that hero Vet 3 Jackson. As the Jagdpanzer does the damage. King Tiger, Veterancy 3 Elephant. And they surrender. It was certainly a GG. Kind of. I do think that game was rather one-sided, but I've put 50 minutes of my life into casting it, so I'm going to publish it anyway. But I think it was a good game. It featured great players. It featured crazy action. And if you just want to chill out and watch some Mongi kind of Code 2 brutality, I certainly feel that was it. So thanks for watching, and look forward to more team game stuff on Strategic Zoomcast in the future. I'm going to try and do 1 versus 1 action as a fasto cast, because I believe personally I can do a very good job of casting a 1 versus 1 in a fast format. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Have a lovely weekend and a good week, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, the stats. Whoa. Should I show the stats? Yeah. I'm not saying bye-bye yet. I'll show the stats. My bad. In case any of you wanted to see it. I can still show them on the next screen, can't I? This now acts as an anti-spoiler screen, I guess. I do like this art, though. I like that it's one of the few ones taken from the top. And I do like this as a 4v4 map. Kind of like the fact that it pushes the players into being a little bit more individually skillful, with the overlapping mainly done in the centre. Now, on to the stats. This is creative names. Best unit was the Jackson, of course, that we saw hit Veterancy 3. Doggy was the ISU 152. Von Clausewitz was this shit. That's Rowdy's mom. Or Rowdy, rather. Captain S. Price was the Stug. And mortars of 39 infantry kills. Prodiggly Doggly. Jagdtiger. There's a bit of Scotch for you. And finally, Kimbo. Overview-wise, highest damage was done by, I believe, yep, Prodiggly. I thought he had a fantastic game. Oh, no, actually, it was Kimbo. Kimbo must have done so much work in the late game, so big shout-out to him. I actually thought he had a dodgy early game because he got double-teamed, but he certainly more than made up for it later on. It was probably some incredible tank kills that we missed on camera, unfortunately for him. And there you go. That's now truly is goodbye. Cheers, dudes. Bye-bye.